here soon. I'm super excited about this episode. Like, super excited.
I was thinking today I have I have a lot of thoughts on one particular team that I don't know if it'll come out of left field or not.
Okay, yeah.
But I've thought about this.
Yeah, I've spoken to a couple of people. I was talking to Mitch, I was talking to James about the topic, not, of course, giving away any spoilers, but I was talking to them about the topic, and immediately some strong opinions were volunteered to me. So I'm very interested to see how many people agree or disagree with me, because I have a feeling a lot of people are going to disagree, not because I've done anything particularly radical, but just because I think people just have their favourites.
Okay, I didn't see the overall ranking, so that's what I'm very interested to get into.
Yeah, no, I'm very excited for that. There's a little curveball in there, so. But before we start, just wanted to call your attention to the image that I put on this title slide.
This is a good time to get it out of the way while no one's in.
Yeah, well, no one's in chat. So I'm playing a little bit of World of Warcraft Classic Edition this evening, and there happens to be a character on my server named Jinx. Could be the Jinx, could be the leader of all Jinx, could be a hive mind of Jinxes. Not unclear at this stage. They just wanted to let everybody know that they are not a pedo, they're vegan.
Mm-hmm.
So we can add that to the list of Jinx characteristics that we identified in our first episode. We can add, as well as being a TERF, having toxic feminine traits, having a real fucking adult version of I wanted to talk to the manager haircut. Also, not a pedophile, and is vegan. So there's at least one positive out of those 5.
Was this in context of what they were talking about?
Yeah. I don't know. The chat was going very fast.
It's hard to say.
And I didn't bother to scroll up and find out.
Hey, this is very professional.
Extremely. This is a professional podcast. You can donate to our Patreon, which is also my PayPal account. Please send me money.
Just my Westpac account. I have this pop filter, except I don't know what to attach it to.
Yourself.
Perhaps. I can hold it the entire time.
I mean, if you're okay with that, it's entirely your decision.
I mean, it won't be too bad.
We'll just see how it goes then.
It's not going to be fun. I'm looking around.
All right, cool. Shall we... sorry, there was one last quick thing to get out of the way before we get onto the meat and potatoes of this episode.
Yeah.
I know that you're a fan of reality TV shows. And
yes.
Did you watch Married at First Sight?
I watched one episode.
Okay. Well, I just found out that one of the dudes that was on that show, his name was Nicholas Jovanovic, is now a World of Warcraft streamer. So there you go.
Fuck yeah.
There's a turn of events that I wasn't expecting. So good on you, Nick. Hope you have a good time. Anyway, that was just a fun little tidbit.
I'm guessing he's playing Classic.
Yes, yeah, for Classic.
That's good to hear.
Good to hear.
I'm just going to deal with it being on camera.
Okay, cool. No worries. I am so excited to get started on this. I have very strong opinions. It seems like most people have very strong opinions. I'm very, very, very keen to hear yours. I bet you that they're going to disagree on some things, but we'll see.
That's all right. So that's not what I want to hear, but...
So I've got some rules to start off with, because what's the point of having a comprehensive ranking of all teams in Pokemon media if you're not going to have some bloody ground rules?
We haven't done our introduction yet, though.
Oh, we haven't done our introduction. Oh my god.
Yeah. Andy is in the chat. Hello, Andy.
Oh, hello.
You may be an audience of one. That's fine at that moment.
Nah, we got people in the chat. We got 3 people.
Do we? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
So I know for a fact I did it last time, so it's your turn.
Okay. Hello. Good idea, James. Very good idea. Well, welcome to Pokemon X and Y. I'm Brendan.
And I'm Bianca.
Also, yes, more than one person. This is Yes, this is a blindness. I'm sorry. I just got this pop filter and I don't know where to put it. That's fine. This is fine.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, that's good. Nice. All right. Let's do this.
Okay.
The rules, though. I am very keen on the rules. So there's...
I'm going to change this
things.
font color. I'm sorry. I'm going to do this.
Oh, yeah. I did it in a bit of a rush last night, so feel free to change
That's
it. It
fine.
just defaults to that.
It's all good.
So there's 3 things I'm going to be ranking them on. Number 1, their agenda or their mission. Like, what is the goal of the villainous team? By the way, villainous team, capital V, capital T, that's the official terminology for it.
Is it?
Which, yeah, apparently. That's what,
wow.
that's what it's called on Bulbapedia. So there's a whole category of villainous teams.
Okay.
Proper nouns. So I am also... So those are the 3, their agenda and their overall goal, the personality of their leaders, and their aesthetics, because that's, arguably the most important thing. I'm also not counting remakes as their own thing. So Heart Gold and Soul Silver get lumped in with Gen 2. I'm not looking at them differently because they're basically the same, right?
Yeah. So you just to confirm, you are like talking about fascism, right? I mean, these are all the traits that you look out for when you're determining whether something is or isn't fascism.
I genuinely didn't notice that, but yeah, I guess you're quite right, actually.
Yeah.
So those are the rules, and fuck you if you disagree, because I'm right. Have I missed anything, do you think?
No. So from my understanding, though, you're going to talk about all of them in order and then have a ranking at the end. Is that how it works?
Yeah. So I'll go through them all chronologically, and then at the end we'll rank them. But you'll probably get a sense of where they're going to land as we go.
All right. I have a bonus challenge in the chat as well, which is trying to come up with a better World of Warcraft classic name than Cake Boss, if you can think of one. If it's Pokemon related as well, that would be preferable. That
would be a bonus. Most of my character names are based on Pokemon. I just change them slightly or get them in a different language. It's good. It's a good thing. Pokey Cake Boss. Well, we've already got a strong contender.
But if you want to win this competition, you don't have to try hard to win. So it's a perfect first answer. Let's get on with it.
All right, let's start with Gen 1, the original and the best, question mark. They only have, thank you for bolding that part, I'm quite proud of that. They have one very clear agenda, which is to steal Pokemon for profit. Got it, right? Easy, right? Easy to understand.
I mean, yes.
Yeah, it is easy to understand. I don't know how they're going to be making money. It's a little clearer in Gen 2, but not in Gen 1, really. They're just kind of generic bad dudes.
I was trying to think in the Pokemon, the first movie, what their goal is, because they play some sort of role. I think they're just doing evil science stuff, like Nazis.
Just like the Nazis.
There is Nazi imagery going on there, and you can't deny that in my Pokemon movies. That they are evoking some. Who was the fascist aesthetic? Who was the? I can't remember. I'll remember it soon. Go on. Back to Pokemon. We don't need to
Back to Pokemon. So, their agenda is that. When it comes to the personality of the leader, so we all know Giovanni. He's probably the most well-known of all of the different iterations of villainous teams that we've had. I just particularly liked this quote, which is, Team Rocket captures Pokemon from around the world. They're important tools for keeping our criminal enterprise going. I am the leader, Giovanni.
That's everything you need to know.
Yeah, it's really straightforward, Not a lot of, just get straight to it.
Where is that quote from?
I'm the leader, Giovanni. It's from some sort of Poke Fame checker, I think, in the remakes. I don't really know because I never played them. But apparently that's a quote. So
it's one of those mechanics that was not continued on into the rest of the series.
A gimmick, my favorite.
We all love gimmicks.
Yeah. And when it comes to their aesthetics, yeah, simple and clean. I had to put Remix 3.5 HD edition because you can't have one without the other. But they are very simple and clean and slightly fascist now that I come to think about it.
Yeah. See, at first I thought when you said simple and clean, I thought you meant that they looked like Kingdom Hearts characters. I was like, no, they need like way bigger belts, and they need
about like 6 more belts
and some checker pattern stuff.
Yeah, they need multiple zips happening on all
zips,
sorts of articles of clothing.
Zips.
No, I just actually wrote that they were simple and clean, and I was like, hang on a minute, I can make a Kingdom Hearts joke.
Yay, Clive, I recognise it. This is Ready Player One, the stream. Excellent.
We can pack it up and go home.
Okay. Should I give my opinions on Team Rocket?
Please.
The original, most memorable. Obviously, I'm just gonna. There's not too much more to say other than what you already said, but it's a high benchmark. We're starting off very high.
Yeah, for something that is actually quite one-dimensional, they had a pretty lasting impact. So good shit, Giovanni.
Good shit, you motherfucker.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Gen 2. It's Team Rocket again.
Yay.
Yay.
But I love your addition.
Yeah, thank you.
Poketails plays such a big role, and it's so weird, and it's like the most violent thing in a Pokemon game.
I know, it's really weird and specific about Slowpoke Tails.
Yeah.
There is like, I think it's slightly clearer though, and I think this is something that happened in the Heart Gold and Soul Silver remakes, that they wanted to steal Pokemon and then sell them as prizes at the game corner to get money. So at least I was able to actually sort of get some of the way. I still don't know how Slowpoke Tails equal money because they cost like 1,000 million yen and no one has that. So we'll see how that one goes. Not really much else to say though. They look the same. The sprite is slightly less terrifying than that weird fucking whip dude from Gen 1. And Giovanni's just AWOL. He's missing. So they don't really have a leader. It's kind of Giovanni still because they're just trying to find him. That's it.
While you're talking, all I could think was that Gen 2 games, Gold and Silver, they were like emo as fuck. Like, it's basically like the Majora's Mask to Ocarina of Time. Very similar games. One is just very emo.
It's very emo. Extremely strong emo vibes.
There's a Gyarados in a red lake of blood, presumably.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. The Lake of Rage, which why would a lake be angry unless there was blood and murder and bad things involved? Cut my life into pieces.
Gyarados is my I was trying to think. You know where I was going with that.
I know where you were going. It's okay. I don't think there's really even less to say about this because I said it all in Gen 1 and it's the same team. They're just Giovanni-less and on a new landmass. So what can you say? So that's Gen 2. Have I missed anything?
No.
Good. All right. Gen 3. Now. 2 teams. I did Aqua first because it's alphabetical.
Okay. Very fair.
So
Team Aqua.
Team Aqua supporter in the house.
We can talk about Kingdom Hearts as well because there's a character called Aqua.
Yes, we can. So their goal is to expand the amount of water in the world so that it's better. They wanted to get Kyogre and flood everything. Which is okay, I guess. In the remakes, they wanted to expand more specifically, expand the sea to eliminate human civilization so that Pokemon can do well. Yeah. Which is a little more forceful.
Yeah.
I think they preferred it back when it was the first one and when they didn't want to eliminate human civilization. I'm also curious if that includes them. Like, after they've done it to everybody else.
We want to kill ourselves.
Yeah, they just have some sort of like Kool-Aid pact and they're like, yes, mission accomplished. Unclear at this stage.
Yes, Team Aqua.
So then we got to get on to Archie, and oh boy, who doesn't love Archie? Can I just say? Because if you don't, you're wrong. Archie's great. I love him. He looks cool. He's fucking rad. Look at that Pokemon card. I have that Pokemon card. It's very fucking cool. He's a strong, tough dude with an anchor necklace. What are you going to do about it?
You know how I was saying
What the fuck?
if you're gonna have a chat, if you've got opinions, you're gonna have to join the chat.
Yeah, you have to get in the chat. You can't just heckle.
Taking advantage of his close proximity to a microphone.
Yeah, she's got geographical privilege.
So, you know how I was saying I have a possibly controversial opinion?
Mm-hmm.
That probably wasn't the best way to put it, but I had some thoughts about Team Aqua earlier. Or Aqua. I say Aqua because fuck.
Yeah, I say Aqua too. I don't say Aqua.
Yeah, okay, cool. So, if I'm right, when you're in Pokemon's in Sapphire, Team Aqua is the enemy and Team Magma is on your side.
Yes, I think it matches the color.
Yeah, and then if it's Ruby, it's vice versa?
Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking about this on the way home from work today. I was thinking it's weird that characters' motives change depending on which version of the game you get. And that's just bad writing.
Yeah, it's confusing, and it consequently it meant that when I was, because I did Aqua first, and then when I went and put all the stuff together for Magma, I was like, this is exactly the same, but they've just changed who's saying it and changed everything from like Control F land, Control H C. Like it wasn't as interesting as it perhaps could have been. And it was confusing for me, who didn't play the games when they came out, to have to go through and unpick what happened. Like, because reading about stuff online is no substitute. It makes it difficult.
Also, the reason I was thinking about that is obviously because it's time to talk a little bit about Fire Emblem. There's a similar moment in Fire Emblem where there's like a split, and in the chat. There is a split in the story, and whichever way you go down, I believe it changes motives of characters. And I was like, that's bad writing. Does that happen in Pokemon? Yes, except this time you have to fork out money for different motives. However, it's not worth it to get a different Pokemon game for that.
Yeah. It's not good, but it's not the first time. It's not the last time they did that. It's not nearly as major, but I can point it out to you later.
But I think the only time that becomes an issue is, I guess, if you have a focus on the characters like Archie, and I can't remember the Magma guy's name. It might be Max.
Maxie.
Maxie, not even Max. He's added a little something to try to distinguish himself.
Maxie boy.
Oh, Archie, I better be Maxie. Nah, fuck off.
Pretty much.
You're Max.
Yeah.
I'm never going to stop talking about Fire Emblem. I did finish it today, by the way.
Oof.
Yeah.
Save it for the end.
Yeah.
Okay, but their aesthetics, though, big
good as hell.
Pirate energy.
Good
really,
as hell.
Really, really fucking cool. Very good. I like them. I have no real complaints about them. Very, very cool. This is in direct contrast to Team Magma.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not.
This is not how I remembered Team Magma, but that's
yeah. Like I said, hadn't played them when I was a kid. Looking at this image in particular right here is not very fucking good. Considering I looked at Team Aqua first, and I was like, oh shit, it's all downhill from here.
You did just happen to select the exact worst image possible. Two worst images.
That's the image, though. That's the official art that was done of them. I didn't go out of my way to find a shitty image. I'm not that biased.
Okay.
If you were a scene kid, you would want it to be on Team Magma, probably with those fucking hoodies and shit, and the ears coming out of them, and the gloves. Yeah. I don't deny it, but they're reverse dabbing, mate. They're reverse dabbing.
I'm just thinking if in 2003 or 4, when Pirates of the Caribbean came out, if obviously pirates became super popular in pop culture then, but if young tweens / teenagers had pirate phases, I was that age, but I didn't know anyone that went through a pirate phase.
Yeah, I knew people that would wear stripy shit a lot, but I don't think that was specifically a pirate thing as much as it was just a general fashion choice that they were making.
And they did wear eye patches and have a peg leg as well, but I don't think
that
was
unrelated. That was unrelated.
Yeah.
So again, the agenda is to make more land. And then later in the remakes, their agenda is to make Groudon go primal to pave the way for human progress.
Which is generic sci-fi motivation.
Yeah, it's not good. At least with Team Aqua, it was like, here's our original thing, but we've turned it up a notch. We're making it very, very clear. Here it's kind of changed. Actually, we don't really care about making more land mass, but let me tell you what I do care about, and that's making Groudon go berserk, and it's good for us. Trust me.
Trust us. So
Trust it.
in Gen 2, I can't exactly remember, but I don't think Team Rocket has anything to do with this overarching story of like Ho-Oh and Lugia.
Not really. Not really, because you're kind of done and dusted with them by the time you get there.
Yeah. So Gen 3 is the first time that the rival teams have anything to do with like the overarching plot as well.
I think so. Yeah, I think that's a fair.
I mean, it depends what you consider overarching plot. I believe these are subplots. However, the plot in Pokemon games is very thin. So
yeah, I mean, technically, Gen 1 is part of the main plot in that you can't do Viridian City Gym until you've dealt with them. But I mean, that's tenuous at best.
Yeah, that's more of a gameplay mechanic.
Yeah.
Well, not mechanic. You know what I'm trying to say.
I know what you're trying to say. Last thing that I wanted to point out about this dumb cunt Maxi. I'm sorry.
No need to apologize, but
I really, 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 really hate whenever in Pokemon it says stuff, and I'm gonna
this didn't work.
Say foo 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 and foo foo foo. I really, really, really dislike it, like a lot.
What is that supposed to sound like?
So IRL? I have been told that it's supposed to sound like a noise.
A noise that.
Yeah, A, that noise sucks anyway, so my point still stands. And B, why would you write that as foo, 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 foo? Because all that it's made me do is read all these things as if someone's saying, foo, 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 Captain Stern, I presume.
Yeah, exactly.
Who fucking says that? No one. That's like a made-up thing. No one does that. Just laugh normally. It annoys me.
Hot onomatopoeia takes.
Not a fan. And that's why on my next slide, you'll see the biggest person that is guilty of this, and that's fucking Koga. And that was where it first happened, when he was in, he's in the Elite Four in Gold and Silver, and he just like, when you talk to him, he's like, foo, 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 welcome to the Elite Four or something. It really fucking annoyed me because I didn't understand what it was. Like, what are you saying to me, man? Like, what do you want from me? I don't understand you.
What do you want from me?
What do you want from me?
That's enough of that.
That is enough of that. Do you have any other strong opinions on Team Magma that I need to
No.
make clear?
No.
Yeah.
I don't feel strong.
Then we've got Team Galactic. I said Team fucking Galactic because I didn't play Diamond or Pearl or Platinum. And I couldn't believe that they were genuinely called Team Galactic.
Yeah.
What is that about?
That's very cool and very freestyler. That is exactly what it is.
Yeah. Whatever this leader dude's name is, I've forgotten. He looks like he should be in that video clip. Like, he would not be out of place in that video clip if he just started busting a move.
In 2000, yeah.
Yeah. And it came out, well, it didn't come out, but it came out in the early 2000s, didn't it? Like 2004 or something?
Oh, no, I'm pretty sure it was actually 2000.
2007 or something?
No.
I'm
2000. I'm guessing 2000. Okay. If it's not 2000, it's 1999.
Diamond and Pearl came out in...
Oh, Diamond and Pearl. Oh, I thought you were talking about the freestyler.
Oh, no, I'm talking about Diamond and Pearl. Yeah. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, definitely that came out like 99.
Oh my god. Oh.
Yeah. It nearly bamboozled me.
I was like, did you think that you were either in year 8 or year 9 and Freestyle by Bomb Funk MCs came out? What a strange alternate universe.
That would have been insane. Imagine if someone was like, yeah, that came out like a couple of years ago. We were in high school.
Pokemon Pearls were your first Pokemon game. That sounds like I have played a lot of them. I feel like I remember the least about this. I forgot that there was a team called Team Galactic. I don't know who their leader is. He looks like Brock's dad.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. I made this slide and I've forgotten his name.
However, Team Galactic is the coolest team name.
Yeah.
I do like their aesthetic. I don't like their possible turf bangs.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's not good, but I mean, it's there. It's out there. They kind of look like they're wearing weird spacesuits, but I get a very medical vibe for them.
Yeah.
Which is not comforting. But it's a look. It's a vibe. It's Marbo.
It's about space and time. It's very fitting with the theme.
Yeah.
Too fitting.
Yeah, a little bit too on the nose. I genuinely, though, don't understand, and maybe Jenna, you can tell me, because what were they trying to do? Because by the sounds of it, they just wanted to summon one of the legendary Pokemon in order to destroy the universe. I don't know why you would want to do that. That seems like a bad goal, if that's genuinely what you're trying to do, because why would you do that when there are other ways that you can do it?
I'm pretty sure it is because they need to advance humanity.
The old advanced humanity jump.
Have you ever seen this very niche anime series called Neon Genesis Evangelion?
It's extremely niche, and do you know what? You wouldn't believe this. That there's actually I've got a slide that has a Neon Genesis Evangelion reference on it for later. So what a crazy coincidence for that niche and not popular at all anime.
I'm not going to talk about it for too long, but I was talking to it after I finished watching it. I was talking to my parents about it. And I was like, name any sci-fi that came out after like 1995, and it will have borrowed, well, not just sci-fi, but lots of shit, and it will have borrowed from Evangelion in some way. And now I can add Pokemon to that list.
We can, yeah. Everything leads back to Hideaki Anno.
It's true.
All right, well, let's move on from the forgettable fucks. Team Plasma!
I don't remember them either.
Yay. See, I don't remember Team Plasma, but I absolutely remember N.
Yeah, I was about to say the exact same thing.
Yeah, I literally was like, Team Plasma, what gen were they from? And I was like, no, I played this one and I really liked it.
No, this is the one with N, not Team Plasma.
This is the one with N. Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're all about Pokemon liberation, right? Liberate the Pokemon.
I do remember that.
How good's that? Liberation of Pokemon. That's something we can all get behind,
because that's what N wanted. Yes, it's coming back to me a little bit.
Just kidding. We're going to steal all the Pokemon from you by force. And it doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter if your Pokemon is better off with you. We think they're better off without you. So there. How do you like that, apples?
This is the future that liberals want.
Yes. This is what happens when you have communism. And you let communism take root.
What does that say about I don't know, the society in which we live? Because you may have heard we live in a society that so much of our Twitch show about Pokemon is dedicated to talking about like politics and fascism and the rise of the right wing.
I'm trying to be very conscious that we live in a very specific part of the world and in a very specific part of society. But yeah, it does say a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah. We definitely live in a society, and that's all I'll say on the subject.
We do. Bottom text.
Bottom text. Memes.
I've got a meme on the next slide, but not yet. So I just wanted to say that N is, I looked through all of N's quotes and I was trying to find something to like sum up N's character. It's really not possible. You go on a bit of a journey with N, and he's just such a good little boy, and I love him. He's not a little boy. He's a young man.
There's definitely people very horny for N.
Yeah, let's not get to. You see him on the next slide. Just remember, I don't know how old he is, but he's not a little boy. Anyway,
actually, when did Jen 5 come out? I'm going to say 2011. I think it was 2011? Possibly
10.
10, okay. That makes sense. So when did Death Note come out?
Before that, right?
Yeah.
The anime?
Yes.
Yeah, before that.
2006 or something like that?
I think that was when a manga and anime came out of it.
Yeah, okay. 2006 is when the first episode of anime aired.
Yeah.
Yeah, they... very strong Death Note vibes. If they came out in the same year, that would make a lot of sense, but they're not. However, yeah, very strong L from Death Note vibes.
Yeah, extremely strong vibes. He genuinely is like one of the best characters, and considering that Pokemon is not a particularly character-driven game, neither is its universe particularly. Like, none of the characters in the anime are particularly strong characters. The strongest ones are probably Jesse James and Meowth, and they're like the comic relief villains. Says a lot that we took 5 generations of games to make a memorable character, so good shit.
Yeah, true.
Game Freak.
I mean, it feels like with their new gacha game, like, I feel like maybe the fandom has added to some of their personalities a bit more of characters. And some characters have been in like multiple games, like Lance is in every game, despite being a very niche character. I'm sure has a lot of fandom built around him. Someone, somewhere, there is somewhere there's porn of Lance, is what I'm trying to say.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. It's one of those things where people just ascribe things to characters in Pokemon specifically based on their like aesthetics, like because that's all that you really have to go off. But like Claire is a great example. She doesn't say or do a lot in the games, but she's really fucking popular and people love her, and she has a whole vibe about her, and it's all just because of how she looks, not necessarily what she said.
I think even more than look is vibe.
Yeah, for sure.
They're just the energy that they radiate is strong. And I guess their Pokemon are an extension of that. Not
That's
the other.
true.
It's not the other way around.
Yeah,
this is some deep shit.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched Neon Genesis even go? Fucked me up, dude. It fucked me up,
bro. You've got to fucking watch it.
You have to see Fight Club. Andy, feel free to ask whatever question you have whenever. It's fine.
Ask away.
Is that not... Oh, wait. Yeah, is that enough about Plasma? I remember the fucking cool castle that they all live in.
Yeah, they have a cool castle. The only thing that I just wanted to say before we move on to my great meme is that Getsus is fucking boring as bad shit compared to N. He's like, if you read this, it's just like, I'm the perfect ruler of a perfect new world. He's a freak. I'm the hero here. Like, he's just like very, very generic baddie. I'm the real hero here type thing, and it's not interesting at all.
However, it's not wanting to advance humanity whatsoever.
Yeah, true. He just kind of wants to be the boss, so
yeah,
that's all right.
How are you? Hello, Ace Platinum. How are you?
I've got a good meme. I think it's a good meme.
Okay, because very good. See, are they supposed to look the same? Like, because I felt like.
Yeah, like, because N is his adopted son. So, like, technically no, but yes, I think.
Yes. That's how it works. If you've been adopted for long enough, you start to look the same.
Yeah. You adopt your facial characteristic and structure starts to change. Just by prolonged exposure, you know?
Okay. What is this?
Yeah.
I don't
remember. This was from Black and White 2. Which technically is part of Gen 5, and I know I said that remakes weren't going to count, but they're not remakes. It's a sequel that was part of the same generation. I never actually played it, but I did play the shit out of Black and White, or Black. Basically, after N and Getsus like had their little showdown at the end of Black and White, in Black and White 2, Team Plasma is kind of like, well, shit. Like, some of them are like, wow, I was bamboozled. I want to follow N and be a good guy. And then the other ones were like, nah, fuck that guy. I want to go with Getsus in his cool sword outfit and coat and cape. It's very Naruto, extremely Naruto. I can see why they would want to follow him for that reason alone. So then you sort of get two Team Plasmas, the good guys that want to like protect Pokemon and the bad ones that just want to take over. Again, it's not an advancing humanity thing, so there's at least that. The leaders are the same, we already know them, and the aesthetics are significantly better. They are ninjas with berets, and I really like.
I have no idea what that comment means. But anyway, Getsus's, I just noticed that he has an eye on his cloak, and it looks fucking cool.
Yeah, I like it a lot. He actually has eyes. I hid it on the previous slide because I couldn't fit it in, but his old outfit also has some eyes on it. So I guess this is just the more emo version of that, and I don't know.
Okay. I like the berets. It makes them look like they're from Resident Evil. I don't remember any of this shit at all. Also, and I was having to think, calling them Team Plasma and being like European medieval fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
That's the good shit. It's
shit.
insanely lame, but I love that shit. It's the most anime possible content I have ever witnessed.
Yeah, it's very cool. I really liked Pokemon Black and White, and I will one day play Black and White too.
They're good.
They're good. You know what's not good?
Oh my god, I forgot about this fucking guy.
Yeah, we got Team Flare. Remember them from X and Y?
No?
Yeah, me neither. Until I googled it, and I was like, "Oh shit, yeah, that's right." Fuck me, that's who they were. They did this thing where they would go like this. They would like pose like this. I don't know if you can see my hand.
It's
like
JoJo poses.
It's like an F. Yeah, but it's an F for Flare.
No, it's a JoJo pose.
We're both correct.
You're right. We are both correct.
Yeah.
I don't remember that dude. I don't remember what his name is.
It's Lysander.
That's it. I remember. I've seen him before. I've seen this man before.
Their goal here is be stylish, have lots of money, do all of those things, and be beautiful for Lysander. Mm-hmm. But then it kind of changes into it's too hard, so let's just kill everybody.
Oh, that's right. I just remembered that Team Flare, it was the first time. Why is this in red now? I'll not talk about fast food because this is a show about Pokemon.
Hold on, questions to the end, thanks.
I remember Team Flare when this gen got introduced was the first time I had heard about a company like introducing specs for cosplayers. And you see Team Flare, it's like, oh, like these guys just came out for cosplayers. Like their design was based entirely on that. And I'm not opposed to that. It's a very Japanese thing to do. I know like Final Fantasy Square Enix does it as well. It sounds weird, but it's kind of rad.
Yeah. I mean, I don't dislike the idea that they're wearing suits. I really like. But it's just that they're all bright red. There's way too much red. And their sunglasses are rad. Just want to say that. But combined with the red hair and the red suit and the red weird belt buckle thing that kind of looks like that thing from Robin Hood Men in Tights, just not a huge fan. And then what the fuck is Lysander wearing? Like, he just kind of I don't know if you remember this, but inexplicably at the end, he just sort of turns up like to destroy the world and has these weird goggles, visor thing on, and the Dr. Octopus tentacle things coming out. I genuinely don't think that was ever explained why that was the case. I think that he just did that, I guess because it was stylish and beautiful, but...
He did it because anime.
He did it because anime. Imagine how long the hair takes to do in the morning. Yeah, good fucking point. A lot of hairspray went into that.
He looks like a red version of Godot from Phoenix Wright 3.
Yeah. He does have that sort of vibe about him in the game, but nowhere near as cool.
Can you remember what their goal was?
To create a beautiful new world, like to make things beautiful. Like you can see in this thing in the quote, it might be a little unclear on stream, but he says, he's talking to a movie star and he's like, isn't it your duty to be beautiful? Everything beautiful should stay that way forever. And then he says, either depending on which version, he says one of, I would make this world unchanging and eternal so all beauty will last forever. Or he says, I would end the world in an instant so that beauty never fades. And then he finishes that off with, I can't stand the thought of the world becoming uglier. He literally is just like a big aesthetics man. That's all he cares about.
Though veering away from fascism a little bit.
What? Sorry, veering away from fascism. Continue.
Yes, veering a little bit away from fascism, going more towards aesthetics.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
Here we go. Here's the main event.
Yeah. Let's all just listen to the best song in Pokemon.
Oh shit. Okay. We did. Oh yes, this is like Persona 3 shit.
Yeah, it is. Give it up for Team Skull. I don't know how long this video goes for, by the way.
2 minutes.
Listen as long as we're comfortable.
There's even lyrics in it. Fuck, that's good shit.
It's like it's a proper song that they made.
It's a proper banger.
It is a proper banger.
I mean, they're all proper songs.
They are, but this is a banger.
But this is a proper song. It's up there with that. Is it the intro for Ultra Sun and Moon or something that we listened to?
Yeah. It was the intro for the anime series of Ultra Sun and Moon. It was an absolute fucking banger. massive banger.
Yeah. Insane banger vibes.
Insane. So just get that energy, get that vibe in you, and we'll move on to soft spot in my heart for Team Skull. I didn't finish the game. I want to make that very clear. And I didn't finish it in spite of how good Team Skull were. I didn't finish it because I got really fucking sick of doing island challenges, just like Team Skull did.
Yeah.
So, there's that. Something in that, I reckon. Their agenda, which in a fucking refreshingly breath of fresh air. I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's refreshing. All they want to do is make a ruckus and get enough money to survive. That's their deal. That's their deal. That's what they want. They just want to be troublemakers and get money. That's it.
Cause trouble, get paid. Look cool. Wear bandanas.
Look cool. Extremely. Yeah. That's all it is to it. And I love that it's very, very straightforward that that's what they want. There's no big grand plan. It's just get money, look cool, have fun.
I'm fairly sure there is a line at some point where one of them is like, yeah, we suck, but
whatever.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure
one of them admits to how bad they suck.
Yeah. It's like early on when you beat one of them and they're like, fuck yeah, we do suck, I guess.
Yeah.
I'll see you later.
Yeah. And also they do this all the time.
They do. They do these sorts of things.
Which is better than just the F JoJo poses.
Yeah, much better. I want the next team to Vogue.
Yeah.
I'd be here for that.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah, they're great.
Also, sorry.
I'm just going to say Guzma is all of that turned up to 11 because he's very cool. These quotes from him, he just sort of just talks shit the whole time. And I just very much relate to him when he says that, do you want to know what I do when some machine messes up? The first thing I do is give it a nice hard smack. Same.
Try turning it on and off again.
Yeah.
I love that his signature Pokemon as well is Gossipede, is that his name? That cool water silver bug thing. It's fucking
I think
rad.
That's what it's called. Yeah.
Damn, those are... Yeah.
Let's still just bask in the glory of Team Skull.
I'm trying to remember everything about Team Skull. I remember nothing but good things. They weren't really tied into the plot whatsoever. They were just sort of...
No, they were just good. Baddies, but they weren't even baddies. They were just just a group of people that were just chilling, having a fun time.
They also had their own little town that was run down and looked like shit.
Yeah.
But it's great.
Very punk. Very them.
I mean, they're punk and they're graffito tagging, but they also have very colourful colours and it makes the game look nice.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, I have no real complaints about Team Skull.
Yeah. Okay. Rainbow Rocket.
Yeah. Did you know about Rainbow Rocket? Because I didn't.
No, is this from Ultra Sun and Moon? Games which I have not gotten around to playing and never will at this rate.
Yeah, possibly. Sorry. It's really hot. I just turn off my heater.
Oh, God.
Because I'm burning up.
I was wondering where you were going.
I'm back. So yeah, it's in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. It's basically like this end game thing, where basically you do the plot of the game, and then fucking Giovanni shows up and he's like, "Hey, I'm Rainbow Rocket, and I want to get Ultra Beast to control the world." And they use Ultra Beasts and they open up wormholes through space time, and they teleport in all of the other leaders of previous bad guy teams to battle you in their fortress that they've created through a wormhole. They use Ultra Beast magic to do these things. So technically, Archie, Lysander, Maxi, the guy from Team Galactic, and Getsus are all part of Rainbow Rocket because they just sort of teleport them in and they're like, help us do this. And then I guess they don't have anything better to do, so they say yes. And I just thought that was really fucking cool. They just turned up and they're in a Lola and they got a Rainbow R and they're called Rainbow Rocket.
See, I was informed that Ultra Sun and Moon weren't very good.
Yes.
This sounds like the coolest shit I've ever heard.
Fucking right? That's what I thought too. I want to play Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon.
I'm going to go get a copy.
I thought they were shithouse and now I really want to play it.
Yeah. I should play it on Twitch if I can.
Yeah, we should see if we can set that up. That'd be awesome.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so
that sounds so cool, and I love their outfits.
That's so fucking cool. I love their outfits, and that's why Jamesy, you'll see that the aesthetics are simple and clean, but gayer. So there's that. The other thing that's actually interesting is that when they did the wormhole teleporting, they teleported in all of these people from alternate dimensions, because that's how wormholes work, I guess. And the dimensions they got them from were ones where they had been successful in their plans.
Oh, that's sick.
So they're coming in on a high. They're like, fuck yeah. Like, Archie's like, I just got Kyogre. I just flooded the sea. Life's really great. And Getsus is like, yeah, I just separated all people from their owners and I run the world now. It's all great. And Lysander, I don't know, did whatever the fuck he was trying to do. So I thought that was really cool too, that you would like be able to see them and talk to them. Probably, I'm hoping you could talk to them and like get that interaction with them coming off like the victory of their teams.
Yeah. I'm trying to bring up this picture. I can't seem to get it on the screen, but what is going on with Maxi in this fucking picture?
I don't fucking know what's going on with Maxi in that picture. He looks really unhappy and not good.
He's in a bad way.
He's not good. Same with the guy from Team Galactic. He kind of looks like he's seen some shit. Maybe because he destroyed the universe, I guess.
Sorry, I'm fucking around on stream.
That's alright.
Oh my god, what is happening?
Oh yeah, it's like it's a little bit too zoomed.
Yeah, it's like I was on like 97% zoom or something like that. I don't know.
Why? That's so weird.
Oh, it was on 89%. Don't worry.
All right, we fixed it. Yay!
That was actually the problem, which is surprising to me.
So there we have Rainbow Rocket. Again, technically part of Gen 7 still, and I don't really technically think that Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon aren't remakes, but they weren't in the original one, so I'm counting them.
Yeah. I really want to play it now.
Yeah, me too. Fucking me too. It looks awesome.
Okay. And the next one. This is good. This is interesting. Okay, you said too soon to judge. Okay.
But I will.
I thought you had made a judgment.
It is too soon to judge. I don't think I put them in my ranking because, like, what's the point? I don't even know their agenda. I don't know, like, really the personality of Marnie yet. Just that, fucking look at her. She's cool and I like her. I don't like it. I don't like them, though. I particularly don't like the dude who's wearing the midriff top. And he's kind of largish on the left with his double-headed vuvuzela. I just really, really don't like that.
Please don't body shame him.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I shouldn't do that. I really don't like his spike-studded double-headed vuvuzela. That offends me.
I can't look at anything other than that midriff and his fucking belt that is just basically a hula hoop.
Doing nothing. Yeah, the belt's doing nothing.
I don't think we're going to stream Sword and Shield, but I have been talking for ages about streaming a Pokemon game, preferably black and white.
Yeah,
It'll happen at some point.
I don't know how to do streaming from Switch. We'd probably have to get like a special attachment thing, like a video card capture card thing.
Oh, actually, yeah, doing it streaming probably on Switch would probably not be that.
Probably be easier than a
than
a DS, because at least it's got a HDMI output.
I was not going to be streaming from the DS. Yeah.
oh yeah, duh.
Yeah, we do stand Marnie.
We do.
I know what the motive of Team Yell is to an extent.
Okay.
They're just massive Marnie fanboys. I'm pretty sure that's literally it.
Okay, because that's what it said when I looked it up, and I was like, yeah, but they'll have an agenda, right? But if that's all that it is, then that's a pretty top tier agenda. But like I said, I didn't want to formally rank them before the game came out. I think that would have been a bit premature.
Yeah, fair. We do stand Marnie. She is my GF. Don't at me. Obviously, a tribute to punk rock culture. Are we going to talk about how this person on the far right has a body pillow?
Yeah, I was hoping you'd bring that up. That's really fucking weird, right?
Yeah.
I thought that's what it was, and I was like, maybe it's like a thing, like when people hold up a scarf at the football or whatever, or they'll hold up a sign. But no, that looks to me like a body pillow, and I really dislike that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I feel like they've made it long enough so they can like get away with being like, it's a poster on the wrong way around. However, definitely big body pillow energy.
Yeah, big body.
That's
pillow
the name of the VOD.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write that down.
Take a note. Don't let the genius escape. So that's Team Yell. Also, Team Yell. I don't like that.
As a punk thing.
I guess.
They're yelling about how much they stand Marnie.
Well, okay, they'll allow it then.
They should have social media accounts, stan accounts for Marnie.
They should.
Has there been like a social media thing in a Pokemon game yet? It's got to be around soon, surely, because they got one in fucking Kingdom Hearts. Like,
yeah, my god, I did love that though.
That was amazing.
Oh my god, I fucking loved it. Especially when like you would take the photo and then like Donald and Goofy would like tease each other while they were doing it.
I was talking about
Still my beating heart.
Do you remember the loading screens with the
yeah, with the Instagram.
Yeah, that's what. And like they had like hashtag like door to darkness and like shit.
It was like Mickey. There was one from Mickey, and it was like, "Oh, my mentor Yen Sid, he's so mysterious." It's like, what the fuck? Why would you post that on Instagram, Mickey? Rumor posting, 2018.
Oh my god, honestly, I recently in particular, I have been thinking a lot about that fucking game. How much torture they put me through to finally see the end of that saga.
Look, I really, really simultaneously do and don't want to start talking about Kingdom Hearts 3 right now, but how good was that final 40 minutes? Maybe it was an hour. You know, that the last bit though. The last bit was
okay. I'll just respond to that, and then we can move on, and then we can talk about Kingdom Hearts again.
Yeah.
Was it worth it? It was.
Yeah, it absolutely was worth it.
Okay, the rankings. We're going to go to it. I'm very interested to see. I haven't seen what your rankings are. I assume Team Rocket is going to be number one.
Well, let's just go on to the next slide and see, shall we?
Okay, interesting.
Yes, I've pulled a bait and switch here because you'll note that I said Pokemon media and not Pokemon video games. And the best villainous team is the Team Rocket trio. Obviously. I guess they are the coolest.
I guess it's... I mean, this may be controversial. I think this is fine. Oh my god, I just realised the Evangelion meme is there.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I think that might be controversial. I think separating Team Rocket from the other Rockets is fine.
Yeah.
Fair enough. They're iconic. Yeah. They made Team Rocket memorable.
Yeah, I genuinely think if I was to compare in my mind who has the more powerful personality, aesthetics, and agenda, I would pick Jesse James and the gang eternally chasing Pikachu over Team Rocket Gen 1 with Giovanni. But that is just me. But also, this is the objective truth, so what you going to do?
I would have liked to see Rainbow Rocket a bit higher.
Yeah. I wanted to put Rainbow Rocket higher, but
It's just tough.
There's so many good teams. Is the thing like there's so many good teams.
Obviously, Team Magma is going to be at the bottom.
Clearly, I'm sorry, but don't read this upside down. Team Magma is the bottom one.
Is the bottom of the barrel. Obviously, it's at the bottom. However, I would like to point out how big it's more of a diss that Team Aqua is not second from the bottom than it is from Team Magma being on the bottom by itself.
Archie and his pirate aesthetic yoinked them up from down the bottom and put them up there. Whereas Maxi and his reverse dabbing scene kids kept them languishing.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. How essential is wow Buffett? Well, I did say trio, not a group of 4 people. But unfortunately, it was very hard to get the high-res official art. Didn't have Wobbuffet in it, so he's there, I guess.
Yeah, these models are from not the original series. You can see because their faces look a little bit different.
Yeah.
Meowth looks the same there.
He's ahead of Jesse in that image.
He's bigger.
Well, you're not wrong. Technically, I guess he's probably taking up more surface area as well. So
it's
maybe
like
Wobbuffet is essential.
See, Wobbuffet is the comic relief. However, there's like 4 comic relief characters. They are the comic relief characters.
It's a hierarchy of comic relief amongst the comic relief.
Yeah, that's worrying.
Yeah. So, but I mean, taking that aside, I do. And where does that leave me? Meowth has to be second, obviously, to Wobbuffet.
Yeah, I would say Jessie isn't comic relief.
No, Jessie's the lowest in the rank of comic relief. She's the straight one for them to bounce off.
The straight guy, yes.
Yeah, she's sorry, not the straight guy. The straight one for them to bounce off, literally.
Yeah. So how about Kingdom Hearts 3?
Yeah, how about Kingdom Hearts 3? Just real quick, I do want to just say I agonized over whether to put Plasma higher than Aqua or even higher than Team Plasma 2, because the problem with Team Plasma is just they looked like fucking dorks, you know? They had this weird dopey hood thing on and it was not good. Really
Team Plasma
not
2
good.
looked cool.
Team Plasma 2 were way cooler. They had to be higher.
Yeah.
And plus they had N, so
there you
go.
That's great. Can we talk about self-image and issues of confidence and comparing yourself to others in regards to Meowth and Persian? I mean, the only take I have on that, Andy, is that if you want to feel bad, compare yourself to Persian. If you want to feel good, compare yourself to Alolan Persian. That's my hot take.
When are we going to do an episode of Alolan Persian?
I think we did talk about it. Not a whole episode.
We did, yeah. We brushed on it. Yeah, we did. Maybe we shouldn't do a whole episode. Can you imagine looking at that thing?
A 2-hour special.
Imagine looking at a Alolan Persian for more than 5 minutes.
Yeah, I mean that's we've just gone on an hour now. We can do a mini presentation, but I think we can save it. That was fucking great. I enjoyed that. Thank you very much for that.
That's okay. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. I'm glad there was lots of discussion generated because I knew that people would be disagreeing. And that's fine. That's fine. Everyone's allowed to have at least one wrong opinion.
Right on cue.
Yeah, right on cue.
Would Mitch put Aqua above Team Rocket? Ask him that.
All right. Would you put Aqua above Team Rocket?
Yes. Oh, no.
Maybe you should just join the call.
Yeah, maybe you should just join the call and get your thing. But I think it's very hard. As much as everybody loves Team Skull, it is. And I initially put them as number 1, but then I was like, hang on a minute, you can't do that. You can't do that. It has to be Team Rocket, original and the best.
If we're doing it the way you've done it, which is splitting it, I would go Team Skull, number 2. You can improve on perfection. That's my review.
It's true. It's true.
You can't
It's
deny.
true. I see the error of my ways when it comes to Team Skull.
So remember when Donald Duck did like Zeta Flare and like destroyed like the fucking universe, and everyone was like, "Holy shit!" And then he just died.
Yeah, that was fucking wild. Like,
I mean, that's a massive spoiler for Kingdom Hearts 3, but is it?
anybody who cares about that, anybody who even remotely has an inkling of an interest in Kingdom Hearts 3 knows what you just said already, and it was therefore not a spoiler.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even understand what I just said.
I don't like, because I hadn't played, like most people apparently, every fucking weird DS game that came out between the weird GameCube spin-off and
the mobile spin-off.
And the mobile spin-off.
And the browser spin-off.
The browser spin-off. When we got to that end scene, I was just like, yes, I know these characters. Yes, please introduce more characters to me that I definitely know, and I know them very well. Like, sorry, I didn't play fucking the one where Sora was asleep the whole time. I don't know who it is. I didn't even know who Aqua really was, to be perfectly honest. I had to watch a video to understand that because I didn't play her game. Yeah. Sorry, but I didn't.
Sorry, I didn't have a PSP.
Yeah, like most people.
Yeah, I have a PSP now, but I bought it last year, which means I'm cool and retro.
Heaps cool.
It'd be funny if we had like thousands of people watching and we start talking about Kingdom Hearts and you just watch the number like just go down and down. But then it goes back up again and goes even higher.
Yeah, because like the Pokemon people dropped off and that's like, wait, they're talking about Kingdom Hearts and just come swarming in.
Look,
we're all weebs deep down.
They're both, man, imagine if Disney bought Pokemon.
I don't.
Okay, here's a question though. You are the CEO of the Pokemon Company.
Okay.
For a day, you only have one thing that you can implement. It can be as major or minor as you want. I know it's a huge question.
Yeah, I feel like I really need more time to think about it. But I would change that Mega Ampharos was a Mega, and I would make it that's just the next level of Ampharos.
Very good.
So you could just have Mega Ampharos with you at all times because he's the best.
Mm-hmm. That's very good.
Yeah. That's all I got for you off the top of my head. I'm sure I could come up with much more interesting ones.
I thought of one. This might spark some ideas. The next Pokemon game, directed by Yoko Taro.
Oh my fucking god! Why didn't I think of that?
Yeah.
You know, this is getting extremely niche now. But speaking of Yoko Taro, do you know what I bought on the weekend?
Near.
Well, I'm going to. No.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. He comes with some other things too, but I just put him out of the box and put him on my desk because it looks fucking cool and it cost me too much money.
Nice.
But I agree with your proposition that Yoko Taro should make a Pokemon game. You bet you what would fucking happen with that?
Yes, I want it to go places.
Okay. Would you ask him? Would you place any limits on him at all, or would you just say no? Make a game that's got. Okay, good.
I mean, yeah. I would get to see the end result before it's released. Would I care if it? Just do it. Go for it.
All right.
Actually, I don't want that.
Would you let Game Freak develop it, or would you make them use Platinum or something again?
Oh yeah, Platinum. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sorry, Game Freak, get fucked. We're using Platinum now.
But you need to I'd hire a different studio to design the Pokemon.
Yeah.
Check out these results.
Oh, what was that? Is that my?
It sounded like the Google thing.
Was that my phone on my laptop?
It sounded a lot like the Google voice.
It scared the shit out of me. It was my phone.
I thought it was like myself echoing a little bit.
What the fuck? What did it come up with? It gave me a book called What's this called? A Most Indigenous Paradox: The Art of Gilbert and Sullivan. It's brought this up for me to buy on Google Books.
The prophet speaks. You better buy the book.
I'm gonna buy it. That's very old.
Yeah.
I just want to read these comments.
Yes, I know you have some comments. So, firstly, you would change the constitution to make yourself CEO permanently, and then you would wish for more wishes. Well, that goes without saying. Call it the Bianca resolution. that would be it, and they would be like, "I'm done. My work here is done. We've got my grant for us, guys. We've got it."
Yeah. So I would like. It doesn't have to be every Pokemon game, but at least one mainline entry that is like a gritty version. I would like to see that take, but still keep that core, same mechanics, like same JRPG style. Keep everything else just big, gritty, and also weird art house bullshit. Maybe get David Lynch on that as well.
David Lynch, and maybe like Yoko Taro, and possibly with some consulting from Hideo Kojima to make the ultimate, not only Pokemon game but video game.
Yes.
What would Taro pick as his starter? I feel like he wouldn't pick a starter.
He wouldn't pick a starter.
He wouldn't pick a starter. He'd just go out and like find one on his own and bond with it through brute force and his own bare hands.
I think it would be Mimikyu, or maybe like a Voltorb.
Yeah, a Voltorb. I can see a Voltorb. It's similar enough to Emil's head.
Oh no! I was gonna say bring a Pokemon game to a home like a TV console, and then I remembered Sword and Shield's coming
They're doing
out.
that.
That's actually happening.
They're doing it.
When I was a kid, I always went, but the Switch is so good that I will just be playing it all in handheld mode anyway.
Do you play yours mostly in handheld? I play mine almost only on the TV.
Well, I mostly play it just on the train to and from work, but unless it's something like Fire Emblem, which I've just been playing every spare moment that I have.
That's fair enough.
Yeah. I don't know what Joy-Con drift is.
Oh, isn't that the thing where one of them would get disconnected?
Is that what happens?
Because I know there was that thing. That one happened to one of the one we got. It was like one Joy-Con just stopped working like randomly, and then it would just like you'd press sideways, and then it would just go like forever sideways because it like disconnected in the middle of it.
No, I've never had that.
Something else, Dom. I think they fixed it. It was like one of the early hardware faults, and they fixed it in later batches. But yeah,
fair enough.
It's the early adopter's curse.
Yeah. All right. I want to go watch Survivor.
Yeah, I want to bloody play WoW Classic and hope that I haven't been disconnected from the queue. I'm in. This is brilliant.
Good time to end it. Thanks for joining in the chat, everyone.
Yeah, thanks everybody for joining and participating. Love your work.
Control. I really want to play that.
Yeah, that too.
Fuck.
There's so many good games. And next week, don't know the topic yet, but something cool and fun.
I'll do something big. I don't know what yet.
Excellent. I'm excited.
I want to deep dive
I'm
into
excited.
something. I'm excited. I want to go deep into something.
Yeah, love it.
Something existential.
Something
art house.
Please tie to Neon Genesis Evangelion. I can't talk. It's not too much talking.
That is a good suggestion. Yeah, my mask's gonna dry. All right, bye.
Yeah. Bye.